Welcome to the Women in Leadership Body, Mind, Soul, and Business Podcast Weekly Reading. I'm Charlie. We're currently reading the Path of the Yoga Sutras by Nikolai Bachman, and this week we are in Chapter 39, Tapas, Practice Causing Positive Change. Make a change, feel the heat of resistance, melt away old habits, and burn through ruinous conditioning. Offer negative behavior into the fire of tapas and chart your course toward freedom. Nikolai Bachman. The practice of yoga is part of a long and gradual process of deliberate external and internal transformation. Tapas, which is the third of the 5 niyamas, or personal practices, is the practice of actually implementing our plan for self-improvement. The word tapas derives from tap, meaning to heat. Real and permanent change in behavior creates heat from the friction of a new positive pattern rubbing up against an old negative one. This priceless heat of discomfort is the result of tapas. It can arise while we are exercising, such as during yoga asana, breaking an old habit, changing our direction in life, or doing any other activity that causes positive change. The heat generated by practicing tapas will incinerate physical, mental, and emotional impurities and refine the body, sensory organs, and heart-mind. Tapas, along with self-observation, study, svadvaya, and faith, letting go, ishvara pranadhana, makes up the yoga of action, Kriya Yoga, a powerful triad of tools for weakening our mental emotional afflictions, the kleshas, and moving toward complete attention, samadhi. Change is an inevitable quality of nature, drusha, and stagnation goes against nature's ebb and flow. In our body, muscles tighten up, opinions become rigid, and habits solidify. Tapas causes heat and thus change, and therefore can prevent obstructions from forming in our body, breath, and heart-mind. One of the most common forms of tapas is doing a sequence of postures or asanas with enough effort to release heat by stretching and strengthening the muscles of the body. Habitual behavior causes stagnation. When we consciously change a habit, discomfort, dukkha, arises and creates heat in the body. This is the priceless heat of real change. If we are aware that the discomfort is good for us, it becomes a desirable effect and may encourage our continued practice. Tapas includes consciously challenging long-standing patterns of behavior, or samskaras, and gradually burning them up, resulting in spiritual and physiological growth. Opening up to new ideas and behaviors also creates heat as the circuits in our brain are rewired. For example, think of a strong habit, some action that you have done the same way for many years. Let's say the way you brush your teeth. Try and brush them using the opposite hand or moving the brush through your mouth in a different sequence. This change will feel uncomfortable at first, but with enough repetition, a new pattern or samskara will form, and the movement will become easier. Next, try choosing a habit that you know is obstructing some aspect of your life. Set an intention and make a commitment to change the habit. An attitude of satya will help you follow through with your plan. A traditional Orthodox view sees tapas as an austere practice of enduring physical pain in order to become detached from the mortal body. One such practice is called pansagni, meaning 5 fires, where a person sits in the hot sun, fire number 1, surrounded by 4 fires and tries to meditate. This kind of ascetic practice may have merit in a different culture, time, or place, but in contemporary Western society, it may not be appropriate. The idea is to become impervious to the pairs of opposites such as heat and cold, wet and dry, that assail the sensory organs and draw the attention inward toward external objects. Any tapas that is harmful to ourselves or others violates the principle of ahimsa, or non-harming. Tapas requires discipline and effort. In Indian lore, a sage would practice tapas and celibacy for thousands of years to accumulate lots of power. When the gods noticed that their power was threatened, they sent down to earth a beautiful nymph who tries to distract the sage from his meditation. If she succeeded in seducing him, he would lose his seed and thus his power. In yoga, healthy change is necessary for progress to occur. After setting an intention to commit to positive changes in your life, formulate specific actions to take ways you wish to respond when certain buttons are pushed. Then, with discipline and effort, implement the plan and burn through the negative, harmful patterns. The inevitable pain or discomfort, dukkha, will produce the sweet nectar of positive, lasting inner transformation. Thoughts. Yoga practice purifies the body, refines sensory awareness, and clarifies the heart-mind. The discomfort I feel during the process of growth and transformation is necessary and beneficial. I will practice with a motivation to burn up bodily impurities and welcome positive change. Exercises. Select a mild habit like eating the same breakfast every day or mowing the lawn in the same pattern every time, and change it for 1 or 2 days. Notice how that change feels. Refreshing? Uncomfortable? Difficult? The next time you exercise, which may be an asana practice, push yourself just a little bit more without risking injury, and feel your muscles and fascia opening and generating heat. This is the heat of tapas. Think of a person who is difficult but necessary for you to interact with. Even if you do not like the person, see if you can maintain a positive and kind attitude toward her, especially when the person says words that you would normally react to in a negative way. After the interaction, reflect on how you felt as it was happening. Did you heat up? Did the kindness cool down the dynamic between the two of you? Very good thoughts for today. Thank you for joining us for this week's weekly reading from the Path of the Yoga Sutras. You can find this book and our other readings on, books that we like on our website at www.womeninleadershipbsmb.com. And make sure you check out the podcast where we touch on these subjects every single week. So we'll see you then. Namaste.